Hey everyone, and welcome back. Have you ever heard a simple phrase that carries the weight of centuries of history? A slogan that can simultaneously evoke deep national pride and intense controversy? Today, we're going to embark on a journey to unpack the complex and often misunderstood meaning behind the phrase Poland for Poles. This isn't just a political slogan, it's a window into the soul of a nation that has endured incredible hardship, from being wiped off the map to fighting for its very identity. Understanding this phrase requires us to go back in time, to a period when the idea of a Polish state was nothing more than a dream for a people scattered across foreign empires. To truly grasp the origin of Poland for Poles, we must first understand the great trauma of the late 18th century. In a series of events known as the Partitions of Poland, the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth was systematically dismantled and divided among its powerful neighbors, Russia, Prussia, and Austria. For over a century, Poland ceased to exist as an independent state. This profound loss of sovereignty created a deep-seated national wound. In response, a powerful wave of Polish nationalism emerged, not as a celebration of a state, but as a desperate struggle for the survival of a people. During this time, the Poland for Poles concept took on its initial meaning as a rallying cry for a nation without a country. It was an expression of the fundamental right of the Polish people to self-determination, a demand for a homeland where their unique language, culture, traditions, and Catholic faith could be preserved and protected from the assimilating pressures of the occupying powers. It was, at its core, a defensive ideology forged in the crucible of foreign oppression. As the 19th century progressed, this romantic nationalism evolved into a more formalized political ideology, most notably under the National Democracy Movement, or Endecja. A key figure was Roman Dmowski, who gave the slogan a more concrete and, for many, more exclusive definition. Dmowski and his followers argued that a modern, independent Poland could only be built on the foundation of a strong, ethnically defined Polish nation. This was a significant departure from the historical multi-ethnic character of the old Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, which had been a home to Poles, Lithuanians, Belarusians, Ukrainians, and a large Jewish population. The Endecja vision of Poland for Poles was rooted in the belief that the Polish nation must be ethnically and culturally cohesive to survive. They viewed a diverse population as a potential weakness and a threat to national unity, often expressing hostile sentiments toward non-Polish minorities, particularly the large Jewish and German populations, whom they saw as economic and political rivals. This more exclusive interpretation of the slogan began to shape political thought and action, setting the stage for ideological conflicts that would define the newly independent Poland. After Poland regained its independence in 1918, the country grappled with these competing visions. The new Second Polish Republic was a patchwork of different ethnicities, languages, and religions. While figures like Józef Piłsudski advocated for a more multi-ethnic, federalist state, Dmowski's nationalist vision of Poland for Poles continued to be a powerful political force. This period was marked by ongoing debates and political tensions about national identity, minority rights, and the very character of the new state. Ultimately, the horrors of World War II and the Holocaust tragically and brutally altered this reality. The systematic extermination of the Jewish population and the forced migrations and border changes that followed the war led to the near-total disappearance of Poland's historic ethnic minorities. The post-war communist regime, under Soviet influence, then solidified the idea of a homogeneous Poland. Though driven by a different authoritarian ideology, the communist state inadvertently created an ethnically uniform nation, a Poland for Poles, in a way that Dmowski's movement had envisioned, albeit without the freedom they had sought. With the collapse of communism in 1989 and the re-establishment of a democratic Polish state, the phrase Poland for Poles re-entered public discourse. In the modern context, its meaning is more ambiguous and highly controversial. For some, particularly those on the far right or in certain nationalist circles, it serves as a rallying cry that echoes its more exclusive Dmowskian roots. It is used to express opposition to immigration, advocate for what they see as traditional Polish values, and resist what they perceive as a foreign influence from the European Union or other global powers. For them, it represents a continuation of the historical struggle to protect Polish identity and sovereignty from external threats, whether they are cultural, political, or demographic. However, for a broader segment of Polish society, the phrase is deeply problematic. It is often seen as a symbol of xenophobia, intolerance, and a dangerous historical ideology that runs counter to modern democratic and multicultural values. Many point to Poland's long tradition of hospitality and the historical multi-ethnic nature of the Commonwealth to argue against such an exclusive vision. The use of the slogan in modern political debates often triggers painful memories of historical persecution and raises serious questions about who is truly considered Polish in the 21st century. It forces a conversation about whether national identity is based on ethnicity and blood, or on a shared civic and cultural bond that embraces all citizens, regardless of their background. In conclusion, Poland for Poles is a phrase that has evolved dramatically over 2 centuries. Born out of a desperate need for national survival during a period of foreign occupation, it was later molded into an exclusive, ethnically driven political ideology that helped define modern Polish nationalism. Today, it stands as a potent and divisive symbol, representing a fundamental tension in Polish society: the struggle between a historical desire for a homogeneous nation and the contemporary reality of a globalized world where inclusivity is a key value. It's a phrase that challenges us to look beyond its surface and understand the deep, often conflicting layers of history, identity, and political ideology that lie beneath. If you appreciate a deep dive into complex topics like this, please consider joining our channel membership. Your support helps us create more comprehensive and informative content. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts on this topic in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective on the enduring power of historical slogans.